All right, we are here. We are here. Back in the finals. Corrupt, myself, versus Fuckolucko, man. I believe I battled this guy in week 2. In week 2, we had a very comfortable 3-0 win. So, we just have to do it again. We have to do it again, and I believe I can do it again. I love my matchup going into him. I love this matchup. I just have to not play dumb. I have to deliver. I have to deliver and not choke. But I like the matchup. This Fuckolucko, he pretty much has kind of the same roster. He did some changes after week 2, dropping Ditto and picking up, I think he picked up Hawlucha. He didn't have Hawlucha last time. Maybe he did. He did some changes. Maybe he didn't have Hippo. But anyways, this time around, I think I could predict what Pokemon he's bringing. This guy, he has a Terra Captain Drapion. I'm going to guess his Ghost. He's brought Ghost like 4 out of the 7 times recorded. And then you have Tapu Koko, Electric Terrain offense, man. He loves his Electric Terrain synergy. He's running in the PWC as well, I believe. So Tapu Koko comes 100%. It's a big threat. I have to get rid of Koko. He should bring both Iron Moth and Valiant. And, well, those two for sure to abuse Electric Terrain. He might bring Hawlucha too. I thought he was going to bring it in week 2, and he didn't. He left it on the bench. So who knows? I think Hawlucha's decent, right? Decent. He might opt to bench it again. I don't know why he didn't bring it last time. He brought it. He wanted to bring Ditto instead, and that kind of backfired on him. But he might bring it this time. Hawlucha's always a threat, but we kind of have things. I don't know. It's a threat. It's a threat. I think any kind of fighting coverage is good against my team. I have Bundle, Hydreigon, Blissey, RHYDON before Terra. I don't know. Fighting's pretty good against me. And the last slot is a question mark. I honestly have no idea what he's going to bring, but I prepped for everything here. I think Cloyster might come. Cloyster is like 1A. But let me try to move this up, by the way. What the hell's going on here? But as you'll see in a moment, 1B should be Hippowdon. And 1C could be Bibarel. I don't see Bibarel coming, but he's brought it before this match, and it has some potential, right? It could Sword Dance with simple ability. It could set up Stealth Rock. It's okay. You know, I don't think it comes, but mentally I have to expect it. But I think that last slot will be either Cloyster or Hippowdon. Hippowdon's probably a little bit more annoying. I don't know, they're both annoying. Hippowdon, you could lay up Stealth Rock, which is good against me somewhat. But Cloyster, the thing with Cloyster is, well, I think it might come because once you get Shell Smash up, it could win. It could win. It has strong win potential, but it's also your Rapid Spinner too. Like, without Rapid Spin on Cloyster, you're forced to run Defog on Koko, which, you know, you have better things to run. You know, you get a lot more out of like either Taunt and or Roost. But yeah, it's kind of, in my opinion, easy to like predict which ones he's going to bring. Drapion, of course. Koko, the 2 Iron Mons, Valiant and Moth. I think Hawlucha. I don't know. I think those last 2 slots is 2 of the following 3. Hawlucha, Cloyster, and Hippowdon. So I got my bases covered for all 3 of those Pokemon. I'm not even sweating it that much. I think my biggest obstacles here are the Drapion and Hawlucha. No. Drapion and Koko. I have to get rid of Drapion ASAP. I have to get rid of Drapion ASAP. Once he's gone, I have a sick Trick Room Hatterene. And I actually brought that in week 2, but Hatterene never had to... We won so comfortably that I never had to put Hatterene on the field. You know, which is a good thing. Yeah, it's actually a really good thing because you didn't get to see this tech. So maybe I'll Hatterene's a strong win condition. It's not my primary win condition, but it could just wreck. It could actually wreck. I just have to get it in. Like, find a safe entry point, you know? And there are plenty, you know? I could kind of slide it in easily against Valiant and Koko and get up Trick Room. So, yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. I didn't reveal my game plan at all. Today's Saturday. We have like a whole week we're gonna battle. I think we're gonna battle next Saturday, so I have a whole week, man. I'm still tweaking part of my team. I'm fully confident this is a team I'm gonna bring, these 6 Mons, but I'm still experimenting. I'm still switching up the moves on both my RHYDON and my Blissey, so yeah, we're still running a few mocks, doing some experimentation, especially on the Blissey. I have some Blissey tech, some defense curl shit. Honestly, I did, but I think I'm just going to go with the more conventional, like Stealth Rock and Healing Wish. So a little bit more experiments next few days, but that's my finals. That's the team preview for the finals, man. Rory John, man, we're 1-3 against them lifetime. We barely got our first win against them ever earlier this season during that week 2 3-0 victory. Last time we played in the finals, last time we played in the playoffs, excuse me, he ended my season in season 9 in the semifinals. So yeah, I have not forgotten, Rory, and I owe you revenge, man, on the biggest stage possible. But I am hype. I am hype. I am feeling good. I've never felt this good going into a playoff match ever. So, it's the finals. I am a little nervous, but I actually feel good. I feel good about this one. I just have to get rid of DRAPION, I feel. Get rid of that DRAPION. I think it's Ghost, man. I don't know what else you could run, honestly. I mean, he might run Grass or Water for RHYDON, right? But Iron Bundle shreds you. Kind of shreds you regardless. And then Infernape will, if you're Grass, which you might be, Infernape also does that too. So if you're Grass, we have Bundle and Infernape. If you're Water, we have Thundurus and Bundle as well. So I don't know. We just have to get rid of that DRAPION, I feel. So, and get rid of Koko. Koko will be mad annoying. I mean, Blissey could kind of take it on. Granted, you're not like Roost Taunt. Like a Taunt, Koko would be problematic, kind of. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much a team preview. A little longer than usual, but I'm just that excited. I'm very happy about this. I'm happy about this matchup. I mean, come on. I have to pull through. I beat Layton last round in the semis, and that was on paper a harder matchup. So it'll be a shame if we just get this close and not deliver, man. So within a few days, I will, once my team is finalized, the moves on RHYDON and Blissey, I will share with you guys the team builder and maybe some other intel I've racked up. So I'm going to continue studying and experimenting, but this is definitely a 6 I'm bringing. I was going to bring Brambleghast in that last slot, but Infernape's a little bit better. And I say that because, let's say Cloyster shell smashes, you always die. You always get O-code by Vacuum Wave. So yeah, that alone was reason for me to bring Infernape. So that's it. See you guys shortly for the team builder. Alright, I want to take a few minutes really quick and show you guys some research. A little bit of studying for this matchup. I want to make this quick, a quick little segment before the team builder. But anyways, here's this roster I'm looking at. He has a lot of weaknesses, right? As you can see on the graph, you guys might know where this is from, but Team Hawk Prep, I forgot exactly what it's called. But very quickly, he has a big ice weakness. He actually has 6 Pokemon weak to ice. Hawlucha, Hippowdon, Honchkrow, Appletun, Cottonee, and Cloyster if you click Freeze Dry. So bundle looking hella good here. Freeze Dry spam all day in the right conditions. So, and I like bundle too in case he wants to get cute. There are some Pokemon he has that I'm not counting on coming, but in case he wants to get fucking cute and bring maybe Appletun, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised. Appletun does have some viability in my opinion, but we have Freeze Dry for that. So yeah, bundle is a home run. As long as I chip things down is one of my primary win cons. Next up we have Psychic. 3 Pokemon are weak to Psychic, right? Hawlucha, Valiant, Iron Moth. We could Koko that thing with Psyshock. So that is where our Hatterene comes into play, as well as Thundurus. One of my primary moves on Thundurus, I'm gonna be clicking a Psychic. So yeah, 3 very strong Pokemon that are weak to Psychic, right? And there are no resist. He actually does not really resist Psychic at all. Besides his 2 immunities, Honchkrow, which I don't see coming, and then DRAPION. But he tends to Terastallize outside of his dark typing, so there's that. If he wants to Terastallize into Ghost or something, then he's gonna lose his Psychic immunity. Anyways, next up another big one is Poison. He has 4 Pokemon right here that are weak to Poison. Iron Valiant, Tapu Koko, which is big, and then his grass types, Appletun and Cottonee. So we're not bringing Muck, of course, but we're bringing Poison. We're bringing Sludge Wave on Thundurus, and Sludge Wave is necessary, man. Sludge Wave on Thundurus is one of my primary ways to take out Koko. He likes running max HP Koko, and I kind of need that Sludge Wave. That super effective Sludge Wave is going to hit that thing hard. It might not OHKO. It'll OHKO if you're offensive, but if you're bulky 252 HP, then yeah, Sludge Wave is the way to go here. Next up we have Rock typing. Honchkrow, which shouldn't come. Iron Moth and Cloyster. We have a rock move. We have some kind of rock move on RHYDON. At first it was Rock Blast. I ran Rock Blast back in week 2. But right now it's Rock Tomb. And it's Rock Tomb because I expect, like, let's say Tapu Koko's in. Tapu Koko's in against my RHYDON, and he doesn't have Grass Knot. He's going to want a U-turn. He's not going to stay in, right? So I could click Rock Tomb there if I predict 100% he's going to switch out with U-turn. I could click Rock Tomb on maybe a Hawlucha, Iron Moth, something like that. So yeah, you know, he might U-turn into Hawlucha maybe, and we could lower that speed by -1, allowing someone else an easier time, I guess. So and last but not least, one of the biggest weaknesses here is his fairy weakness. We're looking at Iron Valiant, Hawlucha, Honchkrow, and Appletun. And this is another reason Hatterene is justified. Hatterene is looking like a fucking boss this game. So, yeah. Thanks to his Psychic and Fairy dual typing, Hatterene is like a must play this week. So I think my primary win cons are setting up Trick Room offense with Hatterene, or weakening everything to maybe Ice Beam or Freeze Dry spam with Bundle. So Bundle and Hatterene looking mighty good in the right conditions. So another thing, as we look at this graph on your top, I want to go over the aspects of his team really quick. As far as hazard setting goes, I don't think Bibarel comes, but it might. As I said in team preview, it could come. But I'm expecting, as far as hazard setting goes, he's either going to lay up T-Spike with Drapion, which is very realistic, or, which is even, what is more annoying, is Stealth Rock from Hippo. Hippo could easily come, and rocks are kind of annoying for Thundurus, so. Those are his setters. I think his removal is kind of limited, in my opinion. Rapid Spin on Cloyster. I don't know. He might run Rapid Spin on this Cloyster. Or I think Defog on his Koko. Which, I don't know. I have no idea what Koko's going to run. We have no idea. We have to scout it out. But I think there's either going to be Spin on Cloyster or Defog on Koko. So let's keep that in mind. And his pivoting options pretty much are going to be Koko having either Volt Switch or U-Turn. I've seen him run both once, 1 week, I think against me actually. And then Iron Moth should have U-Turn. I know it probably wants to run coverage, you know, Fiery Dance, Sludge Wave. It ran Psychic against me before, which was a good bring. And maybe he brings Energy Ball. So we have to find out what Iron Moth is running. And I think U-Turn's a better play than running 4 attacks. So, that's the intel on his roster. And really quick, this might be worthless information, but I like to go over, watch his replays, and take note of his Terra types, what Terra types he used on his Drapion, as well as his lead. So, as you can see here, week 2, he went against me. He didn't get to terrestrialize his Drapion. He chose not to, so we knocked that boy out immediately, and we didn't get to see what Terra type he used against me, or he brought against me. It would have been good to know. It would have been good to know, so we could only guess. But from what we could see here is he terrestrialized into Ghost the majority of the time. Half of his games, he liked doing Ghost Drapion. And he likes to lead either Koko or Cloyster. But he did lead Drapion against me, so... yeah, lead count. Koko 3 times, Cloyster twice. Drapion once against me. He might do that again. I'm personally expecting him to lead Koko or Drapion. So I'm going to leave my RHYDON. Because RHYDON actually looks good against both of those leads, right? I need to weaken Drapion. If I'm to win this game, I want to weaken Drapion. Maybe I click EQ. I would like to Sword Dance turn 1. But I might be better off just going for damage. If Drapion's weakened by Earthquake, that will open the door, I think, for Iron Bundle to Ice Beam that thing later game, or for anything that could come in and clean up the Drapion. And if Drapion's gone, then I think my Hatterene kind of goes in. And Terra count, here you see he went Terra Ghost 3 times, Terra Normal once against Venom because of Houndstone. And he didn't reveal a Terra type in the semifinals or week 2 against me. So kind of a worthless, I don't know, maybe it's not worth even looking into this data, but I just wanted to share with you what I've been looking up in my laboratory. So might be worthless, but it is what it is. This is the kind of goofiness research I do during the playoffs. So yeah, we should be battling within a week. So I'm still doing some tweaks to my Pokemon as far as moves and EVs go. But yeah, a few days before our matchup, I'm gonna do a team builder segment with you guys. This will help me rehash my team build days later, so I could go over the team builder like 4 or 5 days from now and kind of remember what everything's for. So stay tuned for that. All right, I'm gonna do my best to go over my team, kind of explain what I'm cooking for y'all. But I'm leading off. Well, it is my lead. It actually is my lead, but we have RHYDON here, my Terra captain. Been carrying me the whole season. His back is hurting, you know. Carrying my team, right? Anyways, we have a RHYDON here. Terra Water. In the regular season, I went Terra Poison, and that worked out well. But he was prepared for that. He did have Psychic on, like, Iron Moth and whatnot, so he might be expecting me to run it back with Terra Poison, and I was about to. I really was about to. But we're going Terra Water here. So our only real weakness here is Grass. Meaning he's going to have to bring Grass coverage, pretty much. He does have Grass types on his roster, but I don't expect him to come to this match. But anyways, we have Terra Captain RHYDON. Pretty much max HP. We have 160 in attack. 62 in speed. I'll explain in a moment what that is for. And 38 in defense as leftover EVs. Adamant nature. This thing, its primary job, get rid of freaking DRAPION. All you have to do is get rid of DRAPION, I feel. Get rid of DRAPION, weaken that thing even. Just weaken that thing, maybe get a... I was going to put rocks on here. But our set is Earthquake, Rock Tomb. I wanted some kind of rock move because he doesn't have many rock switch-ins. Aqua Tail, so we have Terra Water, Aqua Tail, and Sword Dance. The last move was, I keep alternating between, what was it? I think we had Stealth Rock, but I like Sword Dance. I like Sword Dance because if he leaves off DRAPION, what I'm feeling, if he leaves off DRAPION, he tends to do something very passive like Toxic, T-Spikes, Knockoff, which doesn't do too much. I'll just straight up Sword Dance in front of DRAPION. That way, like, what happens there? What happens then? Like, what is your switch in? You could go Terra Ghost on your DRAPION. You're still almost dying. And as long as DRAPION's like a primary target for my win con. So if I could weaken DRAPION, if I could dent DRAPION, I feel really good about this matchup. So that's my game plan. Maybe turn one we Sword Dance. You know, it's not conventional, but I might try it. SD turn one. He might go into Hippo thinking he could eat. But it turns out Hippo should die to a +2 Aqua Tail, so +2 Terra Water Aqua Tail. So another good reason why I like Terra Water over Terra Poison is in case he wants to be cute and bring Bibarel. We could wall that thing and get rid of it. So RHYDON, if he brings Bibarel, I'm gonna have to keep RHYDON around for that. You couldn't do that with Terra Poison. Terra Water gets the job done though. But Terra Water looks really good if he doesn't have any grass coverage, man. We just have to be careful of random grass knocks everywhere and Energy Ball from Iron Moth. Okay, now to 62 speed. That speed is to speed creep Hippowdon. Minimum speed Hippowdon. It shouldn't be running speed, right? We should outspeed it. We should outspeed it. Even if it lives like that Aqua Tail, we should outspeed and finish the job with any random move. But yeah, that's pretty much my RHYDON here. Offensively, +2 Aqua Tail should always kill Hippowdon. Rock Tomb here. Let's say Tapu Koko's in. What is it Tapu Koko going to U-turn into? Iron Moth, Hawlucha, or DRAPION, right? You figure? And 2 of those are weak to Rock Tomb, and we lower speed, so... we did have Rock Blast before in week 2, but I'm going to roll Rock Tomb and lower speed. I think if he goes Hawlucha for whatever reason, maybe... It's actually quite realistic, right? If he has Koko in, he might U-turn into Hawlucha. And we weaken that thing, we dent that thing hard with Rock Tomb, and we lower his speed, weakening the effect of Unburden. So that's what I'm thinking. I think Rock Tomb, plus Rock Tomb is a little bit more accurate, I believe. I think Rock Tomb's 95 accuracy, even though it misses more than it should. And Rock Blast was 90% accuracy. So, yeah, that's pretty much my RHYDON. Let's see, offensively, Aqua Tail 2-hit KOs Hawlucha. Rock Tomb always 2-hit KOs Cloyster. So that's dope. He could always explode his Cloyster. He's known to do that, right? He could Shell Smash and then explode Cloyster. That does a lot even to RHYDON, right? But you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot because you get rid of your Rapid Spinner doing that. So I wouldn't mind that. I actually wouldn't mind that because... yeah, that means I could Stealth Rock later on, and you won't have Rapid Spin to get rid of the rocks. It's tough for you to fit on Defog on your team, unless you have it on Tapu Koko. I don't know what else could have Defog. honestly. I don't think you run Defog on Hawlucha. You might run on Koko, though, but I think, that's why I think Cloyster should come. You know? I think Cloyster should come, and that will be your primary method of hazard removal, so. I spent too much time on RHYDON. Let's go on to Hatterene, my primary win condition here. Let's scroll down. Hatterene here. Primarily for, this is like my main way of handling Iron Valiant. We could come in, hopefully for free, on Valiant and set up Trick Room. I don't know what Valiant does that takes out a Hatterene. I don't think anything, right? If anything, I think the Valiant wants to switch the fuck out. So that's my primary window, my primary entry point to set up Trick Room. We also have a Kebia Berry. I don't know how you say that, but it's the Poison Berry, meaning we could take on Iron Moth 1v1. We could take. Let's see, our defensive calc. I don't know why it's not on here. It actually is on here. If we have our berry and we don't have pre-existing damage, we actually eat a +1 modest max special attack Sludge Wave. The +1 coming from like booster, or actually that's specs. I don't know. +1. It's +1. So yeah, if your choice specs modest max, we love your Sludge Wave with the berries. So, but from what I recall, he ran I think he ran Modest Scarf last time. So I don't think he'll be +1 in special attack. So we should eat Sludge Wave. But it'll be much safer if we could come in on Valiant. And with RHYDON weakening Drapion, we could take out the Drapion with this too. We could eat a Poison Jab and wipe you off. I believe D-Gleam. Yeah, we have it here. D-Gleam is a 2-hit KO. So even with lefties, we always take out Drapion. So that's pretty hype. That's really hype. But yeah, primary win con. Set up Trick Room and go to town. Not much to say about Hatterene, but this is definitely should be a Hatterene episode if I play my cards correctly. Max HP. It was like max Spadef, but I did unfortunately have to invest 160 in special attack. And this was because I ran into issues in mocks where the Tapu Koko would come in and be able to stall out Trick Room with Roost. So 160 in special attack with a pinch of special attack investment allows me to take 2-hit KO Tapu Koko with D-Gleam. And when I say Tapu Koko, I mean a max HP bulky Tapu Koko with Roost. So yeah, that's my Hatterene, man. Giga Drain is mainly for Hippo. We take that thing on 1v1. We Giga Drain our health back. What is he going to do? He can't Toxic on Magic Bounce, right? But yeah, we want to set up Trick Room on Valiant. We could set up Trick Room on Cloyster and Hawlucha as long as they don't have their +2 boost. If either of those things are +2, we die to them, unfortunately, because I needed to go Spadef. We could have lived it had we went Fizdef, but we need Spadef. That way we could take out Iron Moth. So, yeah, let me look at these calcs really quick. We 2-hit KO Koko with D-Gleam. We 2-hit KO Drapion with D-Gleam with lefties, max HP. Hippowdon, we should 3-hit KO with Giga Drain. Earthquake, his Earthquake does 46% max, but I'm recovering 33%. So yeah, Hatterene's looking very, very strong. The main question here is, the main problem here is things that could come in and stall out the Trick Room. I believe that is, it was Tapu Koko for a good minute until I fixed my EVs, but Hippowdon could be an issue. So hopefully I could take out the Koko and Hippowdon before Hatterene comes in. And we always try to set up Trick Room in front of Valiant. Or even in front of Iron Moth. If I can. If I don't have pre-existing damage, we should be able to set up Trick Room in front of that. Thanks to our berry. And barring a crit as well. So, next up. Let's say Hatterene, doesn't work out. I mean Davina. We have Pika Yellow, our Ice Pick, Iron Bundle right here. Choice Scarf. I hope I don't have to rely on this thing. This thing's like a last resort. Like, save my game. Like, I'm fucking up my game. Just come in and save my game by spamming Hydro Pump. But yeah, this thing could win too. It could easily win, but I don't want to rely on it. I don't want to rely on Hydro Pump, you know. None of us do. Let me bring up my notes really quick. But this thing's mainly for... You take out... It's primary for Hawlucha. You come in on Hawlucha. I let Hawlucha kill something. I always switch this thing in and click a Ice move. Like, what the fuck is Hawlucha going to do? Switch out and get rid of its Unburden? No. So we always outspeed Hawlucha thanks to our Choice Scarf. And we knock it out with any kind of Ice move. Freeze Dry, Ice Beam. That's the game plan there. This is my primary thing for Hawlucha. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to sack off. Hippowdon goes down to this. Cloyster goes down with this with prior damage. Freeze Dry does not OHKO Cloyster if it's at full HP. So, yeah, that's why Stealth Rock's pretty good at this game. In case he wants to be cute and bring Appletun or Bibarel, which are, like, I'd be a tiny bit shocked, but they have some viability, right? I think Bibarel has some viability. Iron Bundle could handle both of those with Freeze Dry, I figure. Iron Moth, you go down to Hydro Pump if we land. And Drapion. Drapion should get 2-hit KO. 2-hit KO'd by Ice Beam. We just have to be careful that our Scarf doesn't get knocked off. So, here's a good way to take off Drapion. Let's say RHYDON weakens Drapion. It gets under fucking 50%. We could come in Ice Beam and kill. So, our Iron Bundle here, pretty much max special attack, timid. 208 speed is all I needed, so the leftovers are in HP. 208 speed with Choice Scarf in terrain will outspeed everything possible he could bring. He's known to bring stuff like Choice Scarf Speed Booster Valiant. So I wanted to bring something for that, and here's my something. So yeah, as long as we preserve our Scarf in terrain, we outspeed everything possible that Rory could bring. Even if Scarf is knocked off, we will outspeed +1 Koko thanks to its own terrain. On offense, offensive calcs here. Freeze Dry almost OHKO's Cloyster, but we need chip our rocks. Hawlucha OHKO gets OHKO'd by any ice move. I already said that. Iron Moth, Hydro Pump is an OHKO if we land. Flip Turn is almost a 2-hit KO, so I gotta be careful about that. If Valiant is chipped, we take it out with Ice Beam. Shit. We just get a little bit of chip on Valiant and we're Gucci. Hippo gets 2-hit KO by any move, I believe. Drapion gets 2-hit KO'd by Ice Beam. And Koko, same with Koko. So, under the right conditions, with everything chipped down, Ice Beam spam could win this. As easy as Hatterene's Trick Room. So, yeah, if Hatterene goes down to some bullshit, this thing could win. We just have to whittle down stuff that lives Ice Beam. So, let's get a little bit of chip on Valiant. Let's make sure Iron Moth is gone. And I think we might be Gucci. Late game, Ice Beam spam looks really good. Maybe freeze dry, so. Next up we have Blissey. Blissey here. Choppleberry. It's not heavy duty boots, it's not leftovers. We have Choppleberry for a good reason. This thing's... What I expect him to do is... If I bring this thing on Iron Moth, I 100% him to U-turn into Iron Valiant to get rid of this thing. That's what the Choppleberry is for. So, yeah, we're max Fizzdef, you know, standard Blissey EVs here. But we are not, what do you call it? We are not Natural Cure. We are Serene Grace, and that's for Tri-Attack. So, a few days ago, my primary build, I had some funky set that, We were defense curl Blissey for a good minute. But I want to be more supportive. I like this set a little bit more, a lot more actually. Try attack with Serene Grace gives you a 40% chance to paralyze, burn, or freeze. So, you know what? Valiant does not want to come in on this. Any of those status effects will ruin fucking Iron Valiant. So yeah, that's pretty hype. We could set up Stealth Rock. This is pretty much my only rocker actually. So Stealth Rock looks really good. Healing Wish is really good. We could bring back things like Hatterene for a second Trick Room run. RHYDON if it's still living. Or more importantly, our Thundurus, which I'm about to go into. So yeah, Healing Wish. So we live a close combat from Valiant, and we could do any of these. We could try attack for Chip, allowing Iron Bundle to Ice Beam later. For Healing Wish, any of my primary win cons. But yeah, that's Blissey. That's Blissey, so. And if Valiant's already gone, Blissey kind of eats. Just spams try attack all day. So let me scroll down. We have Blissey here. Primary for Iron Moth, but he's going to switch out. He's not staying in with Iron Moth. So, if Valiant is special attack only, we're fine here. And we could even take on Koko. We could take on Koko as long as he does not have taunts. That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like, what moves does Koko have, you know? How are you going to fit Roost, Taunt, and Defog on the same Pokemon? But yeah, on defensive calcs really quick, we live a +1 close combat from Jolly Valiant. If you're Adamant Valiant, we don't live such a thing. Never. Never, never, never if you're Adamant. But you should be Jolly. +1 close combat. Hawlucha, we could actually eat a +2 close combat from any kind of Hawlucha build. So as long as we have our Chople Berry, allowing us to set up rocks, try attack our Healing Wish. And once again, our Healing Wish targets Thundurus, RHYDON, our Hatterene for a second Trick Room run. So next up, our mid-game hero. This guy is pretty much an X-Factor between my game. Slow Thundurus. Slow Thundurus with like no speed here. Get this. Get this. We're not even Prankster, bro. For the first time ever, we're running Defiant. I don't care for Prankster this match. And Thundurus is looking like a fucking hero. So the main thing it's here for is Tapu Koko. This thing could take on Valiant. I don't know what Valiant does to me. It'll probably want to Moonblast, but we're going to eat it thanks to AV and our bulkiness. It could knock off our AV. It's either going to Moonblast or knock off our AV, I believe. So, we could take on Hawlucha, even though we're going to want Bundle to come in on Hawlucha, but we could take out Hippowdon. The beauty behind Thundurus here is if he has T-Spikes up with Drapion, we don't care about T-Spikes. We do care about Stealth Rock though, so if he brings Hippowdon, we have to be careful of rocks. And yeah, we could 1v1 Iron Moth as well. So the speed here allows me to outspeed Bibarel. That's the only reason I have any kind of speed investment. We are modest 224 in HP bulk, 252 modest in special attack, so max special attack here. We're all offensive, slow, bulky Thundurus. That's what we're running this week. Psychic, Grass Knot. Very quickly, Psychic's really good against this team, right? As I explained earlier. Grass Knot is for Hippo. Sludge Wave almost Oko's Koko. So this is my #1 thing for Tapu Koko. And then we have Volt Switch for pivoting, so Volt Switch. Normally I run U-turn, right? He might bring in Hippowdon to block the Volt Switch. But I actually welcome that because we could take out that threat with Grass Knot. So really quick, where are my notes? But yeah, on defense, once again, we love anything Valiant wants to do, and Oko's back. We Oko back Valiant. We love anything Valiant wants to do, and Oko it back with either Psychic or Sludge Wave. Same thing with Hawlucha, +2 Hawlucha. We love everything, and we Oko back with Psychic or Volt Switch. And Iron Moth. A +1, I believe this means specs. A +1 modest special attack Iron Moth. Sludge Wave is only doing 72 maximum, so thanks to our AV, so we could, that's why I'm saying we could 1v1 Iron Moth. So this is actually a primary target for Healing Wish. It would be huge. It would be huge. We could take out most of his team if we could Healing Wish on this Thundurus, I feel. And yeah, on offense, Psychic is a 2-hit KO on Iron Moth, so we do 64 minimum with Psychic, and then we could finish it off with Flip Turn or Try Attack later. Hippowdon gets 2-hit KO by Grass Knot. And then Tapu Koko, if you're max HP, our Sludge Wave does 82 to 97% if you're max HP. And then we will Oko if you're offensive, like no HP. If you're like 252 special attack and speed, you get Oko'd. You straight up get Oko'd, obliterated by Sludge Wave, so. Excuse me, little interruption. Of course, right at the end of this segment. But that's it for Thundurus. You could see Thundurus is key, so I'm going to want to Healing Wish that thing up. And last but not least, we have Infernape. This was Brambleghast for the longest time because I wanted something to remove hazards. But I'm going to say fuck it. You could keep your hazards on my side of the field. I don't care for them. I'm going to be more offensive. If you're laying up hazards, you're wasting a turn where you could be attacking. So I'm going to put my heart on the I'm going to put my heart in my game plan here and just say fuck it. He could have his hazards. I'm fine with them. We have Infernape. The reason I like Infernape is Vacuum Wave for Cloyster. Cloyster is a big threat. Cloyster is a big threat, so we have Infernape, and the speed is for Adamant Hawlucha without Unburden, and then Adamant or Modest Valiant. So that's what the 216 in speed. We have, very quickly, we're Hasty Nature, 216 in speed, 216 in special attack, and then 76 in bulk. So I don't think the bulk does anything, but the 216 special attack with Expert Belt allows me to maybe it should be Blaze, right? I'm gonna look into that. Maybe I should be Blaze, actually. I just noticed that right now. But yeah, the EVs are staying the same. 216 with the Expert Belt will always land at Oko on Cloyster, is pretty much what this thing is here for. It's pretty much plainly just here for Cloyster and allow me to, another method for getting valuable chip on Drapion. So yeah, as you can see, our offensive calcs, we don't have defensive calcs because what the fuck is this thing living, right? Cloyster we Oko with Vacuum Wave thanks to our E-Belt. Hippowdon, Hippowdon gets 2-hit KO'd by Grass Knot. Let's say he wants to be cute. He switches out of something on Fire Blast, going into Hippowdon, I guess. Fire Blast and Grass Knot should get the job done. So max HP Tapu Koko, bulky Tapu Koko gets 2-hit KO by Fire Blast or Earthquake. And Timid, a defensive calc, I guess, right here. A Timid max offensive Koko. A T-Bolt does 77% max in terrain. So yeah, this thing's looking like a threat. It could actually take on the Koko if Trick Room's up, or if Koko has prior chip. So Drapion gets a max HP. Drapion gets 2-hit KO by Fire Blast, and Iron Moth always gets OHKO'd by EQ. I think he gets OHKO'd by any EQ from any Pokemon. So Yeah, this thing's actually quite good. It's good for Cloyster, right? That's why it's coming here, because I don't want to be shell smashed swept. We could Oko Cloyster, but let's say Trick Room's up. This thing could sweep through the team. It could be its own win con. I'm not banking on Infernape being a win con, but it could. It could. So that's pretty much a team. I'm not going to change any of these Pokemon up. The only thing in question is the ability. I want to see if Iron Fist affects Vacuum Wave. I want to say 90% it doesn't. So I'm going to probably switch this over to Blaze. And Sword Dance. Sword Dance versus Stealth Rock. But I think 90% chance I'm going to just keep the SD. I'm going to keep the SD. That way it could snipe that Hippowdon. So that's pretty much a squad. Try to win with Hatterene Trick Room. We get in. We set up Trick Room in front of Valiant or something else. When the time's right, we'll click Trick Room and try to sweep. And when all else fails, we're just going to bank on HydroPump or Freeze Dry. So, Thundurus, you come in mid-game. Blissey, you come in on Iron Moth. You come in on Cloyster. That's pretty much a game plan. So we'll see. I just have to not play like shit. I'm very confident. I think I did like 15 mocks, and I won each of them. Man. I won each of them. I didn't lose any of the mocks, so this is looking like a really good, solid game plan. Once again, I feel the most prepped I ever have been for not only a playoff, the most prepped I felt I've been for any finals match. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, man, I poured in so much effort into this the past week and a half. And we should be battling tomorrow, so game on. I'm gonna hope for the best. You know, things could always happen. I could play like an idiot. I could get hacked a lot, you know. The fact I don't have any hazard removal could bite me in the ass. But I do like this Choppleberry Blissey too. We live close combats, and then we could Healing Wish back up, allowing a free pivot. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. So, that's my team. That's my squad. This was way longer than I wanted it to be, but fuck it, man. It's the finals. Let's get down. Let's do this for the squad. Much thanks to... I've had 2 people help me with mocks for this battle. And I wanted to take a minute to thank both the Prince Aldo and Lexian the Warrior. Aldo, man, you've been with me since day 1 of my channel, bro. And way beyond that. I've known you for most of my life, bro. Thank you very much. You've been my primary mock partner for the whole time I've had this channel. All 12 seasons and beyond, bro. So thank you for that. Let's try to keep this trophy in Anaheim. Let's bring the trophy back to Anaheim. Bro, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Lexian the Warrior, I just met you this PWC season. Current season, season 10. I've only met you 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you've been humongous help. So, thank you, Lex. Thank you, Aldo. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Rah! Okay, I'm gonna try to do this very quickly, but today's March 10th. We should be doing our battle very shortly. It's kind of wild because the semifinals ended February 11th, so I've been waiting almost a whole month, and it's finally going down. It was pretty frustrating for me. Had it not been a finals matchup, I would have pushed for a forfeit win, to be honest. But it's kind of a bitch move to do that in the finals, in my opinion. So I'm just happy we're finally getting this. You know. So, anyways, we've had a whole month pretty much waiting for this matchup, and I'm kind of glad because looking back at the team now, I took maybe 2 weeks off, not even looking at this matchup. I was focusing on the PWC season, which we're, as of right now, I believe we're first seed, so I want to keep that rolling. I want to get this over with so I could focus on that, you know. We're finally having some success in the PWC, so I want to put my eyes fully on that. But anyways, a month later, I'm revisiting this matchup, and I'm glad I am. I'm glad I am because there's some points I wanted to bring up. This is our Team Builder version 2. There are two big changes actually. Before I reveal those changes, I wanted to bring up, I didn't realize, well, I had two new mock partners, Leonard from the PWC and Starving Pig from the PWC, and they both made mock teams and brought up two valuable aspects that I was not aware of. So first off, I wanted to bring up Starving Pig. I wanted to give him a thank you because he brought Appletun on his team, and I did not respect that thing as much as I should have. Appletun looks really good this matchup, man. So I discounted it mainly because I was being a dumbass. I didn't know I had thick fat. I just thought if I had Iron Bundle, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But no, fuck no. Fuck no, that thing's a threat. It has thick fat. It eats ice moves. It's pretty wild. So, yeah, with that said, it's good having that in the back of my head, knowing Appletun's a threat. That gives more importance into my Thundurus because it has Sludge Wave. That's like the only thing I could use to two-hit kill the Appletun. Well, Appletun's not really doing much to us back. Appletun wants to run, I think, Grass Move and Body Press, and we could eat those and two-hit kill with Sludge Wave. My answers for Appletun are going to be Chip It Down with Blissey, and then two-hit kill with Sludge Wave. If we don't have Thundurus for whatever reason, the game's probably lost at that point, but I always have D-Gleam on Hatterene, so yeah, that's Appletun. That's the first point I wanted to make. The second point is Leonard. Leonard, he brought some Super Saiyan Iron Valiant, where it was Adamant Choice Band with attack boost under electric terrain. So that inspired my Hatterene to become Fizz Def instead of oh, this is not even correct. This should be, yeah, this should be wow. I'm glad we're going over this now. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I made this 96 in Fizz Def, so pretty wild. I'm glad we're going over this together. Yeah, how come on my phone that wasn't the case? 96. Let me verify. Stay with me a minute. Don't go anywhere. Huh. Yeah, anyways, it should be Fizz Def Hatterene. I'm gonna verify something really quick. This Hatterene should be... Yeah, anyways, we had an Adamant Choice Band attack. Spirit Break. That was the move. And that combination was just Okoing my whole team, so yeah. Yeah, the thing is, okay, Hatterene was always my switch into Iron Valiant, so yeah, it needs to be 96 defense. So let me take this team and update damage calc. Okay. That looks better. But anyways, that inspired to make my Hatterene Fizz Def to the max. So we went from Spit Def to Fizz Def. So there are 3 important changes to this team from that first team builder I showed you guys. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, we revised the team now. I'll go over those revisions really quickly. Staying on point, our Hatterene is Fizz Def. Yeah, see, as you can see, I even wrote down it's supposed to be 96 in defense. So anyways, these offensive calcs are still the same. I didn't change any of my offense. Defense now, Cloyster should always 2-hit kill, Oko us if you're +2. But if you're Jolly, we actually have a, what is that, 56% chance to live that. Even though we don't want that matchup, but it's kind of cool knowing there's somewhat of a chance, you know. But the updated defensive calcs, let's go over those really quick. We handle P-Jab from Drapion a little bit better with our Berry, 36% maximum. We actually live without prior damage. Let's say he doesn't get rocks or T-spikes up. We live +2 aggro from Hawlucha if he's adamant or jolly. Granted, there's no prior damage, so let's keep that in mind. We should still. I'm gonna run that again. I'm gonna run this calc again, but we should be living one sludge wave thanks to our berry and Okoing back with Psy Shock. Iron Moth. I want to make sure, because I'm putting those EVs from SpDef to FizzDef, that these calcs are still accurate, and they appear to be. They actually appear to be. Let's change out the modest. And we are looking at 97. Yeah, 97%. So, yeah, let's say your specs, Iron Moth, 97% with the berry. Even without any SpDef EVs, so that's pretty hype. My personal thoughts, I don't think you're going to run specs. I think you're honestly going to be either heavy duty boots or choice scarf. So I don't think specs are too much of a thing. I could see like a choice scarf with a special attack boost under terrain. So that should be 85% maximum. But anyways, like I was saying, the main purpose of this Hatterene change was to live this Super Saiyan Iron Valiant, courtesy of Leonard. Adamant choice band with attack boost under terrain. His spirit break is doing 83% maximum, and we could either set up Trick Room, or more importantly, most likely I'm going to be, I need to stay aggressive, so I'm probably just going to go for D-Gleam. But if it's like mid-game and I could set up Trick Room and win, if I could set up that win con, I might go Trick Room instead. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. So, next up, it's just Blissey. It's Blissey. Before, a few weeks ago, I had some funky shit where we were Serene Grace Tri-Attack. And it's just too inconsistent, right? It was 40% chance to either, what is it, freeze, paralyze, or burn. And nah, I don't want that, man. There's a good chance T-Spikes or Toxic is going to play a role in this game, thanks to Drapion. So I switched back to Natural Cure, because we need Blissey healthy for Iron Moth. So we have S-Toss. S-Toss does about the same damage as Tri-Attack does anyways, but it's more consistent. I want to bank on the 40%. And instead of Stealth Rock, which I'm kind of going to miss, but let's be real, Stealth Rock, I mean, yeah, you do chip damage if he wants to switch around and shit. But if he's heavy duty boots Moth, which there's a really damn good chance he is, if he wants to play it safe, then Rocks doesn't really do anything. He didn't bring Hawlucha last time either, so we have T-Wave. I think if I predict Koko to switch out, I'm going to click T-Wave there. Or Seismic Toss for Chip. Because if we S-Toss on a Valiant switch in, we could Revenge Kill always with Ice Beam from Iron Bundle. So, yeah, not much has changed with Blissey. We just went from Tri-Attack, Serene Grace, to S-Toss and Natural Cure. And then we have T-Wave instead of Stealth Rock. So, that's Blissey. Very small change. Probably the biggest change, and to be honest, this is this happened this morning. Talk about last minute. Talk about fucking last minute, but in games where Cloyster was already dead, or if Cloyster outright didn't come, my Infernape was useless. It was useless. I mean, its main purpose was to Vacuum Wave Oko the Cloyster, or Grass Knot the Hippowdon. But we have plenty of things for Hippowdon. Let's review that really quick. We have Aqua Tail for on RHYDON, Giga Drain, anything from Iron Bundle, Grass Knot from Thundurus. Those are 4 fucking options for Hippowdon, which might not even come. So I don't think we needed a 5th option. Watch me die. Watch me lose this game to Hippowdon stall. But anyways, we have Escavalier, And if Infernape didn't come, I think Escavalier was the next biggest thing. So shout out to Leonard for this suggestion, man. And what Escavalier does is it relieves pressure off RHYDON. Escavalier could just come in for free. And put offensive pressure on something. We could have anything Iron Valiant might want to do. But this relieves pressure off of RHYDON. Let's say I lose my RHYDON. Or I need to keep RHYDON healthy for something else. This thing could actually take on DRAPION and Cloyster pretty well and chip it down. So, yeah, leftover. Oh, first time we're looking at Escavalier, so I'll show you the set. We're leftovers, Iron Head, Knockoff, Drill Run, and Toxic. This slot could easily be close combat for Cloyster, but I think Drill Run hits a lot more of the team. You know, you have Koko, you have a wild Iron Moth switch in, which is a possibility, you know. You have DRAPION pre-Terra. So, and we're pretty Fizdef based. 252 in HP, 184 in Fizdef, and 72 attack, which is necessary for Iron Head KO on Iron Valiant. So very quickly, some calcs. This has been a lot longer than I wanted it to, but yeah, that Hatterene mishap right now kind of sent me back a minute or two. But anyways, like I was saying, this thing's mainly for Valiant and DRAPION. Because let's be honest, before, the only thing I really had for DRAPION was RHYDON. So this kind of, I've always said DRAPION was scary this match, and it's a little less scarier with Escavalier around. This relieves pressure. This helps chip down Cloyster. I don't think we win the 1v1 against Cloyster, but we could chip it down and make sure Iron Bundle could come in afterward and Oko back. So, I mean, let's face it. If a Cloyster has went +2 with Shell Smash, it's not going to want to switch back out, right? Same thing with Hawlucha. That's why I think Iron Bundle is really good against both of those Pokemon, because once Cloyster or Hawlucha gets boosted, they're not going to want to switch out. They're going to want to stay in, so I could outspeed and Oko both of those things. But yeah, and this thing should be good against Appletun, because Appletun, we could withstand a grass move from Appletun, and we gotta be careful around body press. But that's why we have Toxic. We have Toxic for Hippowdon and Appletun. So offensive calcs really quick. Iron Head does a 98% minimum, so it should Oko. It should. Iron Head on Cloyster does 32% minimum. So if we lose the 1v1 somehow, we could just come in and freeze dry it afterward. Once again, I love Escavalier here. Lefties Escavalier for the DRAPION matchup. Drill Run pre-Terra should be a 2-hit KO. Knockoff if you're Terra Ghost, because like I said before, he ran Terra Ghost half of the season. So we have knockoff. This is like my only knockoff Pokemon actually, so it's cool. We have knockoff on the team now. Being able to knock off items, knock off Light Clay from Koko. Shit like that, you know. So yeah, knock off if you're Terra Ghost, and then finish you off with the Iron Head or Drill Run afterward. Tapu Koko is a little sketch, I think. Iron Head is not a 2-hit KO, but Drill Run is. So yeah, I think if we're up against Koko, we have to evaluate what options he has in the back. If he has Hawlucha, I'm probably going to click Iron Head. But if it's like only Iron Moth, I might click Drill Run. So yeah, we have options. That's why I actually like the Drill Run over close combat. Now that I look at it, yeah, Drill Run's the better play. But defensive calcs really quick. Adamant +2 Ice Spear is shouldn't be a 2-hit KO. But Rock Blast is. So that's why I say we probably lose that 1v1. Iron Valiant. It would be wild. It would be wild if he has Fire Punch, but I don't think he does when I have stuff I'm not really weak to fire. So, yeah, if he's like not boosted at all, we eat the Fire Punch. We should eat the Fire Punch and Oko back with Iron Head. If he's close combat adamant with attack boost, his close combat doesn't kill, and we always Oko back with Iron Head. So that's pretty much it. 3 Pokemon revised. So yeah, he kind of goofed taking all this time. Had he battled me 2 weeks ago, he probably would have caught me slipping. Let's put it that way. So that kind of backfired on him a bit. Because 1, I didn't account for Appletun. And 2, just Infernape. Shout out to Lantern once again, but if Cloyster is already dead or it outright doesn't come this match, Infernape's useless. So Escavalier covers a lot more of my bases. So that's it for my team builder. We should be battling. I'm gonna use the restroom and fire up Showdown. So wish me luck, man. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Rory's a great battler, if not better than I am. I love my game plan. But there's a reason Rory here is first seed. Both me and him, we enter this finals matchup with only 1 loss apiece, right? I lost to Layton in week 5, and Rory's only loss was to me. So let's repeat that outcome, right? So, but anything could happen, man. If I had to guess, I like my chances 70%. So, that's good. That's good. I feel good about that. But anything could happen, man. He has a good team, and he's a good player. And I've always said since day one, that's all you need to win this. A good team and a good player, that combination should take you far in Pokemon. So, thank you guys for your time. This was way longer than it should have been. Only covering half the team, but yeah, let's get it, man. Fuck. Alright. We should be good finally, man. We got the Tapu Koko gear on, man. A little nervous, but that's natural. This is a finals match. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I'm glad to get this over with, win or lose, man. I'm gonna do my best. I like my game plan. Win or lose, I'm just happy to get this over with, bro. It's been almost a whole month. Tomorrow would have been a month I've been waiting. And even today, we agreed on 2 p.m. my time, and it's fucking 4:58 p.m. 3 hours late on today. So, shit, we'll do our best, man. We'll do our best, but anything could happen. Fizduff, Hatterene, and everyone has natures. Yeah, anything could happen here, man. No, and I just want to get this over with. I've been waiting way too long. We've been waiting way too long, and yeah, I need to focus on the PWC. So, Fuckolucko. Ah! Wait, he's not even online. Or am I offline? Hold on, let me log off. Sometimes it's me who's... Fuck. Here we go, man. For all the chips on the table. The 2 best teams all season long. 1 loss apiece. I don't see my boy, though. Oh, he's not even on. What's going on? We're gonna stick to our RHYDON lead. Oh, shit. We'll see what he brings. We'll see what he brings. What he benches. Is he gonna bring Hawlucha? Those DRAPION, Koko, Moth, and Val should come, right? Those are 4 Pokemon. And then we have a grab bag. We have a pool of 4 Pokemon that 2 of them gotta come. Hippowdon, Cloyster, Hawlucha, and Appletun, I feel. Anything else would be kind of wild. Honchkrow if you want to get spicy, but I don't really like Honchkrow. Okay, he's here. He's here. Alright. But shout out to Rory, man. If you win, it's all good, man. You've been dominating my league. But we're going to do our best, so. Alright. Fuck it, we're recording. Music's off. We'll see what he brings. Damage calc is open. Our notes are open. We're gonna just... We'll see what he does, man. We gotta find out what Terra his Drapion is. Okay, no Appletun. Okay, it's Hippowdon Cloyster. That's what I thought. Hippowdon Cloyster. And Hippo. So Hippo comes. Okay, what does he lead with? I think he leads Drapion. I think I'm just going to go straight up RHYDON. Why not? Why not? I'm used to this team. I'm used to this 6. It's pretty standard. Okay, Val. Leading Val from the get-go. A grass knot would be fucking wild. Well, you know what? I need a scalp. I'm not going to lose my right on turn 1. Moonblast, cool. Ironhead, he might go Iron Moth. Rocky Helmet. Launch a Toxicoff. Hippowdon, get rid of Hippowdon's pretty good here. Right? Like... Drill run to 13. Slack off. Okay, I should have switched out there. Cloyster, nice. We're getting chip on Cloyster. We are getting chip on Cloyster. I'm actually down with this. I think we have to say bye. We have to stay in with Escav. Liquidation. I almost went RHYDON. Not gonna lie, I almost went RHYDON. I wonder what that Val is. You know what? I'm gonna calc something. Escavalier, Iron Valiant. We have to find out what the fuck that is. Moonblast. That looks like a Moonblast did 20.6. 20.6 Moonblast. Moonblast Escav. That looks like it could be naive. We didn't see anything. But it looks like naive, like mixed. Might be saying bye to Escavalier, that's kind of fine. We could come back and revenge with, you know. Oh, he has Ice Sphere, that's good at... Oh! Yeah. I thought that was Ice Shard. Okay, first kill of the finals, thank you, Escavalier. He's did work. He got Toxic on Hippowdon, he's weakened his Cloyster. Two of the secondary Pokemon, so he handled Infernape's job quite well. I don't know if he has Ice Shard. This might be a decent time to go right on. So. Might need RHYDON. Okay, Escavalier. That Ice Shard was good. RHYDON. Need RHYDON for DRAPION now. Blissey for Moth. DRAPION's gone. Cloyster's gone. Blissey for Moth. We need. DRAPION's gone. We need to bring back Thundee for Koko. Trick Room's looking really good. This is where Spadef or Hatterene would have helped. Energy Ball, okay. I think it's safe to just flip turn here. Should go Valor Koko. You should go, yeah, Koko. Damn, that's fucking hella bulky. Iron Bundle, Tapu Koko. No, that was a crit. We need intel. Flip turn. It was a crit. What is that? 23%. That's definitely HP invested. I kind of want to just bring in. Maybe we just go Blissey here. We'll switch quick. Meteor Beam. That's scary. That's scary. Shout out to Leonard. He showed me this. Iron Moth. Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam, let's find out what that was. 30%. He could be flame charged, by the way. Fuck. I think I have to land HydroPump. We're gonna land HydroPump. Oh, he loves it. Yeah, not gonna lie, that's probably GG. Oh, we outspeed! Wait, how do we outspeed? How do we outspeed? That changes things. Wait, what? I'm a little confused, man. How do we out... We're still Thundurus. electric terrain runs out, you kind of have to go Koko, and I could spam Sludge Wave. I'm very confused. We'll talk after. Is Hatterene gonna take a? Is this gonna happen? Who's attacked? It's attacked. We're very bulky. I'm very confused, naive. Why is he attacked? Blast Thundurus, we should live. Attack boost. Should live in Oko with any move, so. Oh, the next turn wins. Man, Sandstorm! I don't know what to say, man. I'm sorry, Rory. I'm pretty sure he might view this. This one's for Orange County. More importantly, now we got switch. A-Town. We brought it back to Anaheim, guys. Thank you guys for viewing. I don't even know what to say because that moth. Because I was sure Iron Moth. Yeah, we'll take it, man. We'll take it. I can rest easy now. So, Rory, GG's, man. Thank you for playing and making the season possible. You've killed it all season, bro, and I think you killed this game, man. You tested me. You fucking tested me. My heart's beating. I can't talk, but you're the fucking man, bro. Yeah. Sorry if I was a little mad at all this waiting a whole month and then waiting 3+ hours today, bro. It's all worth it, though. Much love to you, Rory. You've been through a lot. Rest in peace to your friend's friend. You were telling me you were going through some in real life bullshit a week or two ago, so rest in peace to him. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, so later on, I gotta get ready for work. I gotta go to sleep so I can wake up at 2 a.m. But I'll have to do some editing of this video. I'm gonna edit a whole bunch of thank yous, dedications, and whatnot. But thank you guys for viewing. Thank you, whoever's watching this right now, whether it's Rory or anyone. Thank you for the years of support on my channel, my small channel. I do this because I have fun doing it. And I do it for gamers. I do it for gamers, man. I do it for everyone that loves Pokemon, honestly. So, I'll give all my thank yous and whatnot, my final thoughts after this, but... No, for real though. Dude, we brought it back to Anaheim, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, man. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Shout out Rory, man. Shout out to a fabulous season. I gotta find out why your Iron Moth. I don't know why your Iron Moth was slower. You should have won. But look, he didn't have Psychic from last time. He brought Morning Sun. There is shout out to Iron Moth. What a fabulous Pokemon, man. He could have. I battled all kind of Iron Moths and Mach. I think it was Leonard who brought a Meteor Beam Power Herb, which we saw here. Shout out to Energy Ball for RHYDON. He brought Psychic in week 2, but Energy Ball was the play. Shout out to Escavalier. Hatterene, once again, what's wild is similar to week 2, Hatterene never saw the field. So, but the key of the key transaction or exchange of this game was the Thundurus, man. Thundurus wins the title. There's no doubt about it. Thundurus won me this, man. I don't know how many kills. I don't even want to look it up right now. I'll do the totals. I gotta get ready for bed. I gotta stop drinking Monster. Oh. Fuck yeah, man. We defeated the Koko Terrain team in the finals. The 2 best teams of Season 12. Good game, Rory. Good game, man. Thank you guys for viewing. Love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for viewing. And I'll see you when I see you.